Unboxing Charterstone Part 2, so I'm going to try to pick up right where I left off. So, before we were looking at this map, this is the main board. I've already looked at this. Like I said, a lot of things we just don't know what any of this does. But the map is very empty. But, over the course of the game, in theory with these games, is we're going to add stuff to it, and we're going to make things to it. Now again, I really don't know how it all works. I actually, while the video was uploading on YouTube, I've gotten a little bit further, and I actually, as I was reading the instructions, did a little bit more work, and I went ahead and I undid the index cards like the instructions told me to do. So I'm going to show you that, guys, right now. So this is the index all unshrinked up. And like the index told me, I just put the cards in order. And it's actually in a specific order. So this is like card number 1. And again, I didn't really look at it. I looked to verify that the number on the bottom is number 1. I'm going to read that card to you because even I'm not supposed to read it yet. But number 1, and it goes 1 through 40, 40 through 80, 80 through blah, blah, blah. There is something really unique I noticed when I was doing this, is there is a card 200 here. But the last card on the other stack was a card 162. But because the game, like, this is filled, to me, this is filled to the brink. There's really not enough space for another 40 set of cards. I'm going to speculate a little bit, tease a little bit, that somewhere in there is the other 40 cards. But again, starting of the game, we don't have them unlocked yet. We have to do something in the game to unlock those other 40 cards that are supposed to be between 162 and 200. And the game will let us know when that happens. But so I did the index box, so that's all ready to go for our first game. I really want to look at the cards. It's one of my favorite things to do with the new board games, but again, legacy games, I'm not supposed to spoil it, and I'm not going to. This is sort of a spoiler-free, because I have not even really read reviews about this game. I am coming to this, and anybody who decides to play with me is going to come to this pretty fresh to the board. Some of my other board game friends might have already read about how this all works. They might have some clues. But we'll see how it goes. So, and then, like I said, I tried to read through the chronicles, like I mentioned in the first video, but I really can't get any further than the first page, because the first page specifically says, gather for the first game, extract the first card, card number 1, and read the card out loud. So I'm not even supposed to read that until I get all the players to the board. But yeah, so until we get there, I think this is what, I can tell you this much is the setup for the game. This board right here, this tracker here sits probably somewhere to the side like that, and then there's a tracker over here as well, and I don't know what it does yet, again. There's this index guide. Only look at the index guide when opening a crate, which I still don't know how to open a crate. So I think this is actually just a nicer, bigger version of what's on the index box here. Yeah, I think that's what's going on there. It's a nicer, bigger version of that. They must have added it in afterwards. They just wanted everybody to have a bigger people thing. So, there's that. But like I said, and you'll notice, like, here's another little text. There are multiple ways to unlock this. Gain 1 at random under the insert. So there's little ways that we're going to unlock that throughout the game. So we'll wait and see until game 1, because I can't really go any further than this. This chronicle here, we're going to add the rules as we play the game. This tells us all the components. I don't know where the components are. It hasn't told me yet. I can't even get past rule 1, really. So we have to play in order to learn. Because there really isn't much for me to do. There's some things over here. But I'm not going to read them, partly because I won't be able to make sense of it much outside of, like, going step by 1, 2, 3. I could read it and try to figure out what's going on, but I won't spoil it for myself. Follow each step of setup in sequential order. See, that's what I'm talking about. I'm not even supposed to go anywhere but past rule 1. So this is a game that you're supposed to get players to the board. You're not really supposed to do a lot of playing. You're supposed to open it up and do it. So hopefully we'll have a chance to do that. But there's the game in full. There's the map, and we'll see how it looks. I'm going to actually try to do a video of Charterstone every time I play it. Get some kind of hookup for it going. I probably won't be able to do it on my phone, but I might get a camera that can actually record the whole time we're doing this, or at the end of every Charterstone game I'll just do a quick snapshot of everything that's progressed in Charterstone that we've accomplished. Like I'll show everybody what's changed, like, oh, we added this and we added that. I'll try to do one of those for everybody, just so everybody can enjoy the progress of this game, because this is only a 1 to 6 player game, and it actually in the rules recommends playing with the same 6 players, which is somewhat different than Gloomhaven, because I know that game in particular doesn't mind if you swap out random players, because it's supposed to be a little bit more flexible in terms of, like, here, bring a new player to the board, give them this, they can play, it's whatever. Charterstone, in this